What do you think of when you think of Jesus? I think it's so easy when we think of Jesus to picture Christ in the manger perhaps, or maybe you picture Christ on this earth, or maybe you picture Christ on the cross, or you think of him in the grave, and all of those things are so significant because had he not been born of a virgin and come into this world and lived in our place and died in our place and been raised for our justification, then we would have no hope. But if you look at the author of Hebrews today, he's going to tell you something about Jesus that you need to know. He says in 2:5, now it was not to angels, this is Hebrews 2:5, it was not to angels that God subjected the world to come, of which we were speaking. It has been testified somewhere, what is faith? What is man that you're mindful of him, or the Son of Man that you care for him? You made him for a little while lower than the angels. You have crowned him with glory and honor, putting everything in subjection under his feet. But in putting everything in subjection to him, he left nothing outside of his control. Out present, we do not see everything in subjection. But we see him who for a little while was made lower than an angel, namely Jesus, crowned with glory and honor because of the suffering of death, so that by the grace of God he might taste death for everyone. The Christ has now made purification of sin. We already know from chapter 1, Christ is now seated at the right hand of God. He reigns over everything and he holds everything together. When you think of Jesus, try to remove from your mind him in a manger or him on a cross, and try to get the glorious picture of him reigning over everything. Every knee will bow. Every tongue's going to confess that this Jesus, who lived, died, and was raised and exalted on our behalf, is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords.